What's up? Looks like I got a petrified fish in here. Let's get it out of here. Uh, oh, it's been opened. Okay. It's got, I've had another one of these. I thought it was, you know what I thought it was? I thought it was a condom, but I think it's a smelly thing. Like you get perfume or something. I don't know. Man, let's get this thing out of here. Interesting. All right. What do we got going on here? It says that it's an assassin. Or no, that's the designer, Assassin Knives. That is not the model of the knife. What's the model of the knife? It's a El Camino, PFE 16 GRM GAW in N690 steel. Okay. Cleaning cloth, sticker, and extra hardware. Looks like the hardware is titanium. It's not. It just looks like it. All right. It's not the first time I've been deceived, right? All right. Man, nice micarta. Ooh. Like the stonewash look on top of all that. Let's get this blade out. Look at this jimping. Well, and I'll be honest, I haven't known Petrified Fish to do collaborations or with designers. I mean, now maybe I'm just all wet on the deal, and what do I know? Which is more than likely. But I just don't remember seeing Petrified Fish knives with anything other than Petrified Fish. So it's interesting that they're collaborating. Ooh, I like the pocket clip already. Yeah, so it's a front flipper only. I mean, maybe there's some of that going, but not for me. Interesting. Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, that's possible. This right here. It's not optimum, but neat little pocket piece. Definitely flips intuitive. Like, doesn't take any real effort to figure out how to get on that and flip it over. And just for instructional purposes, I mean, they've got plenty out here. So just a thumb on it, and then I'm just coming over the top of the knife. Whoop. So, I mean, if you could imagine, I just want to bring that thumb over and contact the finger. Boop. Boop. Yeah, make it sound so childlike. Man, let's get in this thing. T8 for sure. Nice stonewash on this blade, by the way. And then I believe it said it was N690. It's got some badging here, but it's tiny. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's that PF number and then N690. Ooh, is that stiff? Yeah, that does not want to come loose. But I'm not going to put up with that. You know what I mean? Like, we getting in it. Because I got backup. If I can find it. There it is. So, probably going to grab a newer bit. That's the wrong size. Let's just use this bit. Seems okay. We're going the wrong way. There we go. Somebody asked me about this little Klein tool. You can find a link to this down below the video. And it's pretty cool. And when I put that in there and then the leverage that I have out here and I'm able to press down at the same time. I've yet to come across one that this thing can't bust loose and do it pretty quickly. Like that one right there. Now it ratchets, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Holy smoly. Well, I'm tightening it. You idiot. What was I thinking? Yeah, I definitely tightened it. I'm surprised I didn't snap something. I'm putting enough tension on that I am going to close this blade, because if that let go, ooh, we're talking damaged fingers for sure. All right, come on now, let's get it loose. I stripped that bit. This ain't good. I don't know what I was thinking, man, but I went the wrong way. I might have just ruined this knife. Here's a brand new bit. Papa's got a brand new bit. There we go. I'm going to put it on a bench so I can really press down on it. I don't know if you can see me. There. Yeah, we're toast. I ain't getting in there. It rolled that bit. Yeah, I ruined the knife. You idiot. Let me, I'm going to try. Yeah, look at that bit. Just rolled it right off. I'm positive I can't get a T10 in there. Is that a T10? Yeah. I mean, I think I'm stuck like a duck. I think I used this and I put just enough extra on it that now no bit's going to be able to get that out. Let me try something. Okay, well, I got it. So I boiled it. So we're going to have to dry it out and oil it and do all that. But I did get it loose. It's got play in it now. The micarta is wet. But let's take it apart. Good grief, what an idiot, man. Brand new knife, and I almost smoked it. Yep. I guess, there's a cautionary tale in there, man. You got to be paying attention. And, there's not a lot of room for error. It's not a Swiss watch, but it's also not, it's not a farm tractor either. You know what I mean? Why is that? There must be a screw underneath there. Let's get the pocket clip off. Whew. And the interesting thing is it didn't damage the pivot screw at all. It just kept wearing out bits. I went through 5 bits trying to get that squared away. Yep. Yeah, there wasn't anything else, another screw there, but it just didn't want to come off. Yeah, everything's soaking wet, man. And I didn't boil it. I just used hot water from my sink. That's all I did. Yep. And I got the water real hot. I put it in a small, like a measuring cup, and then I kept the water running so that the water was consistently hot, super hot, as hot as I could get it from the sink. Yeah. I mean, kind of had my heart fall out. It was like brand new knife. I was excited about it, and then I killed it. Well, let's get a pry bar because I'm tired of messing with it. This is like the worst pry bar for that. Let's try this one. There we go. Whew. Nothing looks mashed. Come on. Yeah, it's got to all come because I got water everywhere. Let me oop, drop my pen. Let me find my pen. Okay, I got my pen. Got the pivot out. Now I've got to get these screws out right here. TH. And they cooperated wonderfully. There we go. All right, well, let's dry everything off, wipe it down. Goodness, you idiot. I mean, there was a minute there where I thought I'd lost it. I thought I'd gone too far, and yeah. I'm trying to think if I've ever done that, like just totally destroyed a knife. I have had to order a few parts before from the manufacturer. I have had to reach out for a few things. I mean, I don't know if it was me or, you know, but I think on the whole, this would have been the first like destroyed knife because it was so tight you couldn't function the action or anything. So I mean, destroyed would have been a good word. Like the knife was useless if I couldn't get that pivot screw loose. So yeah, what an idiot. Idiot. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, listen. Let the critics critique, man. You know, that's why you shouldn't touch your knives. You know, I don't know why you take them apart anyways. Blah blah blah. I get it. Yep. I mean, I've had people say it to me before too, man. Went and ruined a perfectly good bike. You know, the bike was wonderful, brand new. And it's like, well, it's pretty nice now too, man. I had an old Ford pickup truck, 4-wheel drive, single cab, F-150, and it had the stock cheap little mags on it, and I painted them. And I was a pretty young dude. And I showed him somebody. I go, hey, what do you think about those? I painted them flat black, like NASCAR, flat black. And I showed him this old dude. I was like, what do you think about them? And he goes, yeah, way to go, mess up a perfectly good truck. I mean, I get it, man. There's some people that would just rather leave it alone. Now, I will say, I've lifted a few trucks in my life. And I am absolutely on the side of the fence that says I'll never do that again. I have ruined a few trucks lifting them. And the measurement is, oddly enough, it's the turnpike going outside of Austin on my way to the Gulf. Because the turnpike, I think it's 85 miles an hour, so you get on that thing and you run 95. Well, I've built a couple of trucks that, man, I get on that turnpike and the truck ain't quite right at 95, and I immediately sold the trucks. Like I'm over it. Like if I can't drive it, and I fully felt like, man, I ruined that truck. Now I didn't put the lift kit on. I mean, it was put on by a company, so I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with the lift kit. But and the truck looked great, but if I can't drive it, I'm out. And this pivot fit in this scale really tight. There it is. All right. That feels pretty darn good. I think we got a couple of spacers that got to get up in here. And then a stop pin. Did I put some on that bearing? I can't tell if I did or not. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. I just got marching orders. I gotta turn the grill on. But I'm gonna try to finish this knife first. Priorities, right? And of course, I put that scale back down on that pivot and didn't put the backspacer on. Idiot. It's like just another buffoon move on this piece. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to take that off again because, man, it did not seem to want to cooperate. I'm just going to put them in there, and then I'm going to put this in there, like so. Yeah, I like that idea a whole lot better than what I was about to try to do. Okay, then I can put this on. Let's get a couple of these side screws in. Just make sure everything lines up proper. And then I'm going to check that action. Make sure it's solid. What's going on there? Let's try the other side. All right, well, let's try a different one. I think they're all the same for sure. Let's try this back one. Yeah, that one went. See if I can't get this top one to go. And then I've got one in both sides. I can check that action, make sure it's good before I finish. There we go. Just wasn't quite lined up right. All right, let's check that action. It's got just a little bit of wiggle. Oh yeah, okay. I got about a quarter of a turn out of that. Yeah, it didn't change the action at all. Nice. Okay. Blade centered. Yeah. Very good. All right, let's wrap up. And the pocket clip had a ton of tension, so I'm not going to mess with it. Yeah, I remember kind of spouting off about it in the beginning before I tried to ruin the knife. Drop the screw. Okay, last screw. There we go. Let's put this stuff away. Let's talk about this action really quick. So like I mentioned, I mean, it's a front flipper only, but it's very intuitive. Just put the thumb on it and throw the thumb over. The action just couldn't be any smoother on it. And as far as the drop side of it, you know, accessing the lock bar, this is slightly lowered, scalloped, easy to get the thumb in there. And then, man, once you let gravity take it, it's gone. Yeah, it's wonderful action on it. Well, let's talk about the ergonomics. Yeah, I had to take a break and go light that grill. I mean, if I want to eat, I better get after it, right? Yeah, so this thing in hand, listen, just the way that they knocked this micarta down, it's really comfortable. It's sort of sharp, but it really aids the grip on this knife. And so I really like the way this is fitting in my hand. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a legit finger guard from a flipper tab or whatever, so I'm going to come up short of a confident grip, but it's really locked in, very comfortable in hand. This jimping looks nice. It's kind of Art Deco, but it also provides just a slight amount of grip there as well. I guess you kind of can choke up into here, you know, if you were going to slice. There's space to do that up on this hump. Yeah, so nice grip. Reverse grip, very nice. Look at the arched platform for the thumb to cap that. Wonderful there. And then this one works here too. Yep. Power grip. Yeah, nice. Let's check that pocket clip, the one I was so happy about. Let's see if I was right. Thick stuff. Come on, get over there. Surely it'll get over it. It's just, it does have a lot of tension on it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, beautiful. Yep, and that little assassin designer logo. Just the slightest little piece of scale poking its head out there. Nice holes to grab onto. Good grip. I mean, honestly, it's a little light. It needs some tension, and so I'm going to fix it. Okay, so I took it off. I bent it a little bit, and it's got a ton of tension on it now. I did want to point out that it's recessed with recessed screws. So really nice design. I mean, that's the way to do it, right? So this is where the tension was lacking, and now it's a dryer clip. I mean, You know, I put that in there, throw this in the dryer, let it bounce around for 30 minutes. When I took this out of the dryer, that knife would still be right there. Excellent tension. My spot in the back pocket, yeah, I dig it, man. It's a good look. I like it. And the holes make it easy. One hand in, one hand out. It definitely needed me to put a little tension on it, though. Let's check for blade contact. Yeah, none here. This little space that there is here, there's no blade contact there. And the tip is well recessed below there. So the clip is awesome, the tip's good, and I'm confident that I can handle this knife any old way I want and not make contact with the sharp part. Speaking of which, that N690, how do we do? Right? There it is. Come on, man. Out of the factory. Good job, Petrified Fish. That's the way they should be. Hey, what name is this? Does it have a name? And then where and how much? Okay, so we already knew the name. It's a El Camino. But micarta, N690, stonewashed. As you see it here, these are on, the only place I could find them was Amazon. And they're on Amazon for almost $80, like 78 bucks. Yep. Pretty cool. It's a slick little piece, man. I like it. I appreciate y'all watching, checking it out with me.